What's up, guys? It's MB Boxing, and I just finished up watching Joseph Diaz Jr. versus Javier Fortuna, and this was a 12-rounder for the interim WBC Lightweight World Championship, and this fight was Friday, July 9th, from the Banc of California Stadium in Los Angeles, California, and this fight was broadcasted on DAZN, and in this fight, Joseph Diaz Jr. was able to get a unanimous decision victory over Javier Fortuna. I personally scored the bout 115 to 112 in favor of Joseph Diaz Jr. I did agree with one of the judges, and the other two judges scored about 117 110 and 116 111, obviously in favor of Joseph Diaz Jr. There was a point deduction in the fourth round due to shots behind the head, but in my opinion, the referee really shouldn't have taken away a point, considering that he only warned both fighters once. If there was one more rabbit punch, he'll take away a point. But it really looked completely accidental, and I'm just not sure why he just would have given another warning or so. But obviously that was his choice, and in my opinion, that was a mistake, and he really shouldn't have taken away a point that early. But more on the fight, early on, Javier Fortuna looked really, really strong. He was landing some good combinations, making the fight really, really competitive. But then as the fight dragged on, he started to get tired from all the body work Joseph Diaz Jr. was putting up. Those body shots really started to hurt Fortuna at around round 8 and 9. But then in the 10th round, Joseph Diaz Jr. started to throw shots to the head, and he actually wobbled Fortuna. I thought Fortuna was going to go down. He landed a beautiful left hand that just went right through the jaw of Fortuna, and I am surprised Fortuna even stood up from that shot, because boy, it was a beautiful right hand, or should I say left hand, considering that Diaz Jr. is southpaw. But this was a very, very good fight, in my opinion. Very, very competitive, as I said before early on. But as the fight went on, as I said before, it started to really go in favor of Diaz Jr. And it started to become a really, really good performance by him, considering that he's facing someone who's ranked in the top 5 at lightweight before this fight by BoxRec. And Fortuna is a great opponent, no slouch, and this is a tremendous win for Diaz Jr., considering that he's moving up in weight for a title here, the interim WBC belt, against a top 10 opponent in Javier Fortuna. And what is next for Joseph Diaz Jr.? In my opinion, he'll most likely face Devin Haney or Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia, I believe he's still with Golden Boy. He was supposed to fight Javier Fortuna, but he did pull out for, I believe, mental health issues or something like that, for his health, whatever it was. But, yeah, I would love to see that fight, either Ryan Garcia or Devin Haney, and they should make that happen. And either of those fights could be easily made, considering that both are with DAZN, and Ryan Garcia is with Golden Boy, along with Joseph Diaz Jr. But what is next here for the loser, Javier Fortuna? He put up a good performance against a top-tier opponent at 130, but yeah, I mean, I don't really know who he's going to face exactly, but I could definitely see him on a PBC card, because he's obviously a PBC fighter. He just went out here for one shot at the belt. But yeah, I think he's going to fight another co-main event, if not opener, on PBC against an opponent like I'm not really too sure if most of you fight fans heard of this fighter, but his name is Rigoberto Hermosillo. He's known for giving a lot of young prospects good fights, but someone on that level, like a sort of journeyman, if not maybe undefeated young prospect, something like that, I would love to see Fortuna against for a comeback fight. Someone at the likes of like a top 20, top 25, maybe even top 30 level fighter, maybe even the level of fighter that he fought before this fight in Antonio Lozada, someone around that level, just to get his legs back, just to get his confidence back, because obviously he needs a comeback fight before he could ever face another top 15 or top 10 opponent in this case. Like possibly even fight for a world title, because he's still, in my opinion, a world-class fighter. He put up a good fight here. Comment down below how you scored the fight, because I'm very interested to see the variety of scorecards this fight could have brought, because there were some swing rounds that could have went either way. But overall, Joseph Diaz Jr. defeats Javier Fortuna by unanimous decision to get the interim WBC lightweight world title, and to get his first ever major world title win at lightweight. And yeah, that's really it. I'm MB Boxing. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.